Bon Jovi is Forever, next on Heels and Quads.
Heels and Quads Media, the home of the melody.
Welcome back, Heels and Quads Media. Here on YouTube, I am Tommy, and I'm back with another video. 2 videos in one day. Back for a very special reason. One of my favorite bands of all time, Bon Jovi, just released their new album, Forever. I talked a little bit about the single Legendary. I did a first reaction video. That's kind of what this is going to be. The album has only been out for an hour. I listened to it start to finish, including the 2 singles, which Living Proof, the second single, I hadn't listened to in full. I heard Legendary. I said, I got to put it off. I want to wait until the rest of the album has been released before I listen to another song. So, with that being said, if you like what I'm doing here, make sure you like this video, subscribe, leave a comment. Have you heard the new Bon Jovi album yet? Obviously, you're probably not watching this as it premieres because it will be close to 1 a.m. Central Time by the time this comes out. But let me know, what do you think about the new album? What do you think about the 2 singles? Do you care? I know a lot of our viewers aren't Bon Jovi fans, but I am. They are a New Jersey staple, and it's kind of embedded in your DNA. Obviously, I don't have my physical copy yet. I was going to pre-order it from Bon Jovi's website. Didn't. And then I saw Walmart has a special colored vinyl. It's a cobalt blue. It's like blue and white. So I liked that one. I didn't really like the Notre Dame one. The Waves one, the Coke bottle variant they sold on their website, was pretty cool. That was an option. I decided to wait, and hopefully my Walmart actually will have them today when I go. I gotta do a grocery pickup anyway, so I was like, well, maybe they'll have the Bon Jovi vinyl and I'll be able to get it. If not, I'll either order it or I'll go somewhere else and pick up a physical copy. Because, in short, and this is a very, very, I've only listened to it once. I've only had time to listen to it once, but I wanted to get this out immediately. Because overall, this is the best Bon Jovi album. Of course, everybody knows, if you've watched my videos before, I'm a huge Richie Sambora fan. But that notwithstanding, this is the best Bon Jovi album since Richie left the band. I will say that. Maybe not vocally, but emotionally, and it's very reflective, but it's also like you're looking in the rearview mirror while you're looking ahead. And I feel like Bon Jovi does that better than anybody, especially in this new version of the band where it is adult contemporary. The albums are made for an audience. John knows his audience, the band knows their audience, and while I'm kind of not in that range of what their traditional audience is, I am, however, a huge fan of the band. Always have been, always will be, no matter who's in it. It's a very personal relationship I have with the band. Not, I don't know them, but I feel like the songs are written for me. It's one of those bands. And when you have that kind of relationship, you're always going to look at everything they do with rose-colored glasses, whether it's good or bad or indifferent. It's always you're going to find something that you like about it. Like with this, you're going to find something you like about it because you have such a devotion in your fandom for the entity that is Bon Jovi. If that makes sense. I hope it does. But, so I've made notes for each song. Short, 1-sentence notes. Like I said, only listened to it once. It's only been out for an hour. So, here we go. Let's get into it. First song, Legendary. First single, It Is What It Is. Made a whole video on it. Go back and watch that if you want more. It has, however, grown on me. It's very catchy. The chorus is catchy. John has those breaks where he's going to hit you with hit home what the point he's trying to get across in the song. They've been doing that for the last forever. I mean, pun intended, forever, Bon Jovi forever. But John knows how to write a song. And now with these, it's very to the point. It's not as like double entendre, 80s excess vibes, sex, drugs, rock and roll. This is just, let's get to the point. It's very, I call it lawnmower music. It's like, or, you're sitting, you just got done mowing, you showered, you're sitting in your recliner, and you're just having a drink or something, and you're relaxing, or you're sitting out on your patio with a cup of coffee and a cigarette. It's one of those. They're sitting out on your patio with a glass of wine and a cigarette. It's Bon Jovi is always going to be that band, but they also will surprise you sometimes and have those party anthems or anthemic songs that they're known for from their past. Second track, We Made It Look Easy. Pretty generic new age Bon Jovi song, very adult contemporary. Obviously, not a lot of notes there. I mean, it is what it is. It's one of those songs that could be on adult contemporary radio. It might not do anything. It might just be one of those tracks that people find, throughout time, and they're like, hey, this is a pretty decent song. That's it. Third track, Living Proof, second single. This was the first time I'd listened to it all the way through. I heard that there was talk box, I heard there was a guitar solo, and I heard the chorus, which was catchy as hell, and I had it stuck in my head, and I haven't even heard the whole song. But held off from listening, although I know it had a talk box, guitar solo, and catchy chorus, and that's it. I mean, it's a throwback song. It's what we had, as Bon Jovi fans, what we expect, at least one kind of talk box song. And I'm glad that there was finally a guitar solo on a song that it feels like we haven't heard in forever. And a good chorus. Waves, another mid-tempo adult contemporary song. Not bad, just generic. It's just like We Made It Look Easy. It is what it is. It's there. You'll find it or you won't. If you don't buy these albums or you don't stream the entire albums, you're just playing songs that you know and you want to hear the same songs over and over, you're never going to find these songs and you're never going to learn anything. Seeds. Out of the newer songs, it doesn't stand out necessarily, but I like it. I like the vibes of it. I was listening to it with little Tommy. He was singing the song through the first listen, so take that for what you will. I mean, it's catchy. It's a neat song. All right, next up, Kiss the Bride, a lovely gift for his daughter for her upcoming wedding day. Congratulations. Also, congratulations to his son who just got married. This will be all over fall wedding season. It's an emotional ballad. It's a dad singing about walking his daughter down the aisle. I mean, there's nothing, you're not gonna listen to that. You're not gonna seek that out if that's not what you're going through at that time. Unless you're just a sappy, emotional person and you have a thought or a memory or something. Maybe you've walked your daughter down the aisle in the past. I don't have a daughter, but I did walk my sister down the aisle. So there's that. I could see where the emotions would come out in that situation. People's House. Standout track for me. If they do tour again, this should open very Keep the Faith. I actually really liked The People's House. I thought this was honestly, I think, my favorite song on the album. I think that is a concert opener. Walls of Jericho, catchy anthemic song. I did see a video of him singing this, or part of it, at a signing that he did today, I believe. And the crowd was singing with him, so I don't know if maybe they had the lyrics on a screen behind or something. But the crowd was singing it, and then he was so overwhelmed by it that John started singing the song. It was pretty cool. And it's just, Bon Jovi is a style of music. It really is. The band has its own style, and it has since they've turned into they did, rock up until Have a Nice Day, and then it just went country for like 3 years, and then it was adult contemporary. And so that's what it is now. I wrote you a song, a reflection of marriage and vocal issues. It's tender and sweet, a home run with the soccer moms and me. I loved this song. I find myself all the time in that situation where you're just kind of, I think it comes with age. And this is kind of like John and the band showing their age and what John's went through vocally. And you saw it a lot in the documentary. It's like you find yourself easier to give into your emotions as you get older. And I feel like this is him, like, thanking his wife for just, being there and kind of being by his side through all of the trials and tribulations that the vocal issues. I mean, John's a singer. It's hard to imagine it's like somebody like putting their hand down your throat and ripping out your vocal cords. And I mean, I'll never get over that just watching it, because I did, like I've said in the past, in past Bon Jovi videos, I did the whole documentary part by part. Go back and watch that. But it was hard for me as a fan, even though I didn't go see the band live anymore, but I would still follow the tours, and you just progression of the decline of his voice, and you knew something was wrong. And it was like, instead of saying something, it was just like they would change the keys and possible backing tracks. I don't know that for sure, but everybody else has done it at this point, it seems like, so why wouldn't it? But it was heartbreaking. And same with Paul Stanley from Kiss. It's hard to watch someone that you grew up idolizing or grew up with in pain because they can't do their job as good as they used to. And there was an interview with Paul Stanley, by the way. Allison Hagendorf, whatever her name is, she did the last Kiss concert as well. It's on YouTube. She just did an interview with Richie Sambora also, but she did an interview with Paul Stanley, and it came out yesterday. And she asked him about the vocal issues and stuff, and John, and he kind of went through it, and he's like, it's hard, and but nobody's as good as they were 40 or 50 years ago, with the exception of somebody like Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. And he said, I tip my hat to Bruce. That was super cool. I actually sent it to Levi because I was like, I think he would appreciate this. Anyways, back to this. Living in Paradise, another adult contemporary radio hit coming this summer, I'm sure. Catchy for what it is. I could see this being the third single, if they don't go the route of Walls of Jericho, which is a catchy anthem, which is what should come out, or even The People's House, which is my personal favorite, which I don't think that would be a single over Walls of Jericho or Living in Paradise. I think it will be one of those two. My first guitar, cool story behind the song. John sold his guitar so he could buy a different guitar, and then last year he bought his first guitar from the guy he sold it to, kept it for 45 years and sold it back to John, and John wrote this song, My First Guitar, on his first guitar. Cool story. And the song is just kind of what you think it would be if you've ever owned a guitar and had any kind of bond with it. And it talks about a cardboard case and playing Kiss records, which I was like, I took a screenshot of it and sent it to my wife, and I was like, holy crap, there's a Kiss mention in the Bon Jovi on a song on the new Bon Jovi. And I mean, that alone gets a thumbs up for me. But it's very like Cheap Trick, Surrender, throw my Kiss records out, but playing Kiss records loud in my parents' backyard and talking about power chords and all that stuff, it was just cool, like reflective of the past, being in a band or being a singer or guitar player or whatever. It's a cool, it's an ode to your past self. It's a cool concept. I liked it. And then Hollow Man, I love this as a closer. It reminded me of the way Bruce Springsteen closed the Letter to You album with I'll See You in My Dreams. And he also closes his shows with that on this tour. It's, acoustic guitar, Bruce sings it, just him on stage. I would like to see, if they do tour, I think that would be, obviously, man, Bon Jovi's been closing with Living on a Prayer so long. I wouldn't mind if they did like a Prayer 94 thing from here on out and just don't make John try to sing Living on a Prayer. Everybody knows it. It's one of the biggest songs of all time. Everybody's going to sing it anyways. We know that. But I think he could still pull off Prayer 94. But I think Hollow Man would be a cool show closer, at least for a Bon Jovi Forever tour. Just let John play it acoustic, or maybe with Dave on keyboards and maybe like Tico on the box. I think that would be a cool concept because it's very like, here's where I was, here's where I am, and I don't know where I'm gonna be. It's more on that, is this it for Bon Jovi as a band vein. So, almost 20 minutes. Let me know what you think about Bon Jovi. Let me think about what you think about Bon Jovi Forever. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, like it, and comment down below, of course. And tell your friends, tell your enemies. Go pick up Bon Jovi Forever on vinyl, CD, or download it. Listen to it on Apple Music. Listen to it on Spotify, wherever you get your music. And I'll see you next time. Bye.